Some people who have really written books on that one. So maybe we'll, anybody else? Not much. Generally, you know, through the estate, when you go through publications, they haven't been really interested in us having electronic versions of this stuff available out there where someone could like grab it. So right now, I mean, there's a book by Stephen Brower that's out there called Artworks. It has a lot of them printed in it. Ours and the Woody Guthrie archive stuff, and then the book, which you know, probably can't see it, but book here, this is absolutely full of just really nice scans of all the, you know, not everything, but a lot of stuff. See someone way over? Oh, okay. What she was asking is, her question was, you know, what was the availability of this kind of artwork that was up here, you know, online, and that was what I answered. Anyone else? Someone in the back? Question is, did I ever find anything totally out of character? You know, within the Woody Guthrie stuff. Well, you know, there's a lot of, you know, and there's stuff that turned up in that Mermaid Avenue project. You know, some of the stuff on the Mermaid Avenue, which is a project done by Billy Bragg and the band Wilco, were among many projects where people had gone back and taken Woody Guthrie lyrics that no one knew what the music was and wrote new music to it. I actually worked on that project because I looked at some of the lyrics and said, no, Billy, I can tell you what song that is because the chorus matches Brown's Ferry Blues. But there's ones where there's like love songs. You know, we'll go through and find Woody wasn't a political song, it was a love song. Songs like Way Down Yonder in the minor key. And, you know, and then, you know, in New York they found a love song to Ingrid Bergman in the middle of it, which went on the Mermaid Avenue record. So yeah, who knows what would have happened to Woody Guthrie had he not gotten sick, you know. There's people who theorize that maybe he would have fallen in with Kerouac and Corso and Ferlinghetti and that crowd, or who knows what would happen. Actually, I have one more for her. One of the weirdest ones I ever found was Woody wrote a thing that probably would be 15 minutes if you listen to the entire thing. It was Woody's version of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a Persian love epic poem, which was broken up into parts on these acetates only play 3-4 minutes a piece. So I have about a dozen of these acetates of parts of this poem, and I never was able to quite figure out, I never took the time to figure out how to put them in order. I'd have to go back and read the book, right? The original thing. But I originally found that somebody had done a dub of a tape of the whole thing in order, so now someone actually could listen to it. It's all pretty much in the same chords of the whole thing, of him droning on. It kind of gets difficult to hear, but it's definitely a curiosity. Oh, okay, we got 1 minute. Okay.
You mentioned tons and tons of lyrics in Smithsonian in addition to what's in the archive. You also mentioned one take recordings. So if there's any ability now to put melody to some of these lyrics recordings, and really how many are we talking about that are really being developed?
Well, I get the impression there's still tons of lyrics we have that no one's ever dealt with. I mean, some are pretty, you know, as Ed said, doggerel. I mean, it's just like, there's one dig a hole for Hitler, where he basically takes, you know, Darling Corey and changes a few words and puts Hitler in a few times. But there's other things that are so interesting in there, and people, there's still stuff to be mined, I think, in both places. In those one-take things, yeah, he just went along and recorded, all this stuff, and it's there, Again, I think I pretty much, and just one unreleased thing from these sessions that's on this set I just showed you, which is the song Careless Love basically turned into something called Reckless Love, which is again, it's sort of talking about loose tongues during World War II, giving away like information about the Allies and stuff. It's okay, it's avoidance, there's no mistakes, but it's not something one of his stellar efforts. I think after that, there starts getting to be a fall off, the things that's out there. Yeah.
You mentioned that William Cisco had no finding inspiration for satellite meditation for
The question was if Woody and Cisco being uninspired about Sacco and Vanzetti. There's actually a copy of a letter, the second page of a letter in this book right here, that he wrote Moash talking about that actually the project meant so much to him, he was spooked by it. He didn't know how to handle it and how to write that. So he wrote Mo a bunch of letters actually suggesting alternate projects to try to get out of it. Like he tried to suggest another labor martyr collection where, it's just sort of following on the Ludlow massacre, 1913 massacre stuff, where, he could write one song about Sacco and Vanzetti instead of a whole album. But if you look at it's one of those things, if you look at the lyric sheets, they're very long songs, a lot of them, and they're dated. And you look at when the sessions happened, and it was like, he wrote them 2 days before he did the session, and you can hear what he's writing, singing it, he's reading it off the page. It just didn't seem like he's really kind of feeling it. That's at least my vibe. Okay.
Okay, last one.
Okay, the first question is Woody's involvement with the suffragettes movement. Well, the only thing I can think of right off, I don't know directly, but I know that he was approached, when he was traveling, about that he didn't write any good songs for women in the labor movement. And that's what got him to write Ladies Auxiliary and Union Maid. But beyond that, I think there's probably some other folks here who know that one better. The second question is, are the archives, at least the Smithsonian archives, open to musicians and people want to come through? Yes, they are. It's a matter of doing it by appointment, because you probably want me to be there, because I know where everything is. It saves you a lot of time. And I'm not always there, I'm not there this week. So, if you call and make an arrangement, there are people I know in this room who've come in and used the archives before.